Thanks for joining Todd the Gun Guy. Alright guys, today we're going to do a pistol review on my Sig P365. Like I said in my last video that I did on the extended magazines and the magazines that came from the manufacturer. I probably have close to 1,000 rounds in it already of the 115 grain, just your standard practice rounds as well as your critical defense rounds. So it's been shooting great. I know there's been a lot of bad talk about the Sig P365 from the beginning of the times. Gen 1, I don't think they truly have a Gen 1, 2, 3, and 4, but I was lucky enough to find that there was a born-on date of April 22nd, 2019. From everything that I've been reading, it says it's got all the upgrades, springs, pieces, parts, that it's going to run well. So far, like I said, close to 1,000 rounds with no issues. Let's go to the range, take a look, and then we'll sit back down and get into it. All right, there it is, the Sig P365. Again, I would say this would definitely be the Gen 3 or 4, one of the latest, whether there was 3 or 4. I know they officially don't say that, but this was born on late April 2019. So I know it's the latest and greatest with all the upgrades and features that should have been in the first round. All right, guys, you get one Sig P365. It does come with a nice little safety plug so you know the weapon's unloaded when you get it. You do have one of the 10-round flush mags. And you do get another 10-round magazine with the pinky extender. Let's check it out. Under 6 inches in total length. As far as the rear sight to the bottom of the magazine well, I mean, you're 4 inches. Diagonal of the gun, you're under 7 inches. So it is a small gun. My hand is larger than the weapon. The actual width of the gun, the width right here is actually 1 inch wide. I think it's a little bit less than 1 inch that it shows. The actual barrel length, they're looking at 3.1 inches. Excellent for concealed. All right, the weight of this gun is about 17.8 ounces. That's with an empty magazine put into it without rounds. All right, absolutely love that front green sight. That is awesome. Target acquisition. Both eyes open, point at the target, squeeze the trigger. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm almost putting them in the same hole at 7 yards. They are day and night sights, so they're fantastic. I did have to adjust my rear sight. When I first got it, I was shooting to the left quite a bit, and I went ahead and adjusted it, and now I'm putting them in the same hole. Because I use this gun for concealed carry, it does not have a safety on it, so there's always one in the chamber and ready to go. It is a striker-fired pistol. It's got back serrations on the slide as well as front serrations on the slide. It does have capability or access for a light or laser. It does have the slide release, which is a little tough. It's got to get used to it, break it in. As far as the grip, it does have some stippling, some grip right here on the back, on the side, even on the front a little bit. Some of the guys have done some work themselves to give it a little more of a grip, but I think it's just right. Does have a nice cutout here in the trigger, so when you actually put your hand up underneath, it fits. It's got a nice contour right here for your finger. It does have a nice deep cutout for the ejection port there. Haven't had any ammo catch up, hang up. You don't see too much wear from the empty casings coming out there, so that does pretty well. Definitely a heavy, robust gun. Helps with the recoil. Definitely with the slide here, it's got some weight to it. With such a small, short pistol, it's going to have a little bite to it when you shoot. But it's definitely manageable, and I wouldn't deter you from picking this weapon up. Go ahead and talk about the trigger. The trigger does not have too much travel at all. I mean, that's it right there. And it's nice and clean, crisp. It's anywhere plus or minus 6 pounds of pull. You see it's got a nice, crisp, clean break to it. It's wonderful. We'll go ahead and show you. The mag release on the gun is only on the left side, so for me, right-handed, it actually works fine. It is not ambidextrous, but it does work well. It doesn't get in the way when I shoot. So really, at the end of the day, it's pretty low profile stuff here. I know they're working on coming out with something that's even lower profile, but as of right now, I have no issues with anything catching on my pant pocket. I do put it in a holster inside the waistband, which I could show you here in a second, but that is actually not too bad at all. The sights are not that high, and I know they are coming out with something that's going to be a low profile option with the snag-free opportunity. All right, just a little shout out to North Coast Tactical. North Coast Tactical in Ohio. They custom manufacture Kydex holsters to your liking. I got this one custom in this color. I got the orange because I like it. And then I actually got my logo put into the Kydex. So it's Tgg right back at you. This is a great little inside the waistband holster. That's how I like to carry them. But check them out, North Coast Tactical. All right, I know we talked about the magazines in a previous video, but just real quick, in case you didn't see that video, it comes with the flush mount 10 round magazine, so you got 10 plus 1. It will come with the 10 plus 1 pinky extender, so those two actually come with the gun. I went out and got a 12 round magazine, so you're looking at 12 plus 1. For me, this works the best. Gives me a home for my pinky. It lets the back of my hand palm be tight on the gun, and you have 12 plus 1 rounds. So again, double stack opportunity in such a small package with such a punch. You can't go wrong. There is a 15 round capacity, so you do have 15 plus 1. I wasn't that happy with it. Like I explained in the other videos, you could see it's sort of missing the back piece right here. It's not that comfortable, but again, it'd be a great backup solution to have 15 rounds. Okay, definitely gives you more to bite on. So you got 15 plus 1. All right, very simple to break down and disassemble. So what you want to do is go ahead and bring the slide back and lock it. You want to take this lever, push all the way down. You want to release. Come right out. Sometimes what will happen is this won't go down, so you got to go ahead and push on your release and then pull it forward and let it down. All right, guys, my overall Tgg rating, I would say a 9 out of 10. Nobody's perfect, but absolutely I would give this sucker a 9 out of 10 on my concealed carry review for a 9mm Sig P365. All right, guys, get out there, do your research. Get the gun in your hand, get to the range, see if you can test fire it before you buy it. Talk to some folks. Don't take it solely on my opinion. I'm saying for me, this is a great concealed carry weapon. I absolutely love it. Over 1,000 rounds. Get the newer born on date. I think you'll have absolutely no issues whatsoever. And again, get out there, protect yourself, be pro Second Amendment, and protect your family.